Imagine the days when our people had to leave the suppressive and the tyrannical rules under British colonial government, and at that time, our people had to suffer a lot of atrocities in terms of the all fields and a lot of discriminations. And think about the challenge some of our freedom fighters at that time faced. They haven't thought about their own comfort. Instead, they thought about wholeheartedly to make our country free. I remember when I was a school going boy at that time, one of senior colleague of my father used to discuss all of those stories when how he helped his senior freedom fighters to convey the messages, important messages. And because of those messages and those important efforts of everybody, they had successfully made their district, Midnapur, you might have heard about Midnapur town, free. They have set up Tamrolipta Jatiya Sarkar. That means Tamrolipta National Government. And it was the first people government where they have completely driven out British force. They have set up their own police, they have set up their own army. And from 17th December 1942 to 8th of August 1944, they have successfully ruled in that government. And they have just dismantled that government under insistence of Mr. M.K. Gandhi. So it was the story of the courage. And really, when I remember those story and I think about those story and also about making the undivided India's part, Chattogram, that was also made free by the freedom fighters. And there are a lot of stories of the courageous incident of our freedom fighters. Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sardar Udham Singh, Batukesh Saddat, Lala Lajpat Rai. There are endless names. I cannot finish within the short spans of this speech. They have fought for the ideals where every people, every Indian will have some proud, and they will have some equality. They will have the justice. They will have the opportunity to get education. They will have the opportunity to get the foods. No belly will remain empty while sleeping in the night. That was their ideals. It's quite important to think and preserve the value of the independence. But let me tell you, the real strength of India's unity is under the diversity. There are several languages, religions, cultures, attire, dress, and of course, in the climate, geographical areas, everywhere there are diversity. But the core inside our mind and in our heart, we are true Indian. Just like the same red blood flows inside our body, whether our skin color is black or white, it doesn't matter. The same. With the same thinking, we are also Indian. Since gaining independence, India has developed a lot in terms of the many fields. India has improved in the agricultural sector tremendously. From a food importing nations in the 1947s, where most of the people had to starve at least one time in a day. And now, India is a proud exporter of food. And India has proven already during Russia-Ukraine war how India was able to feed the entire world. India has shown the entire world how India has contributed to the vaccines supply in the COVID period. And now India is one of the fastest growing economy, more than 6%. And in terms of the India's participations in the world trade, Britishers had plundered to such an extent to Indian economy that at that time barely it was the meaning for the existence. But right now, India has improved from at that time $20 million, right now the $4 trillion. And India is now fifth largest economy in this world. And if you consider the purchasing power parity, in that, India is the third largest economy. Per capita income is 2,600. And in calculation of the PPP, purchasing power parity, it is around $9,000. Not only that, India has improved a lot in the field of the education. India has set up the world-class institute like IIT, IIM, Indian Institute of Technology and Indian Institute of Management, and every field. IIMS, Indian Institute of Medical Science. We have successfully achieved green revolutions. We have successfully achieved a white revolutions. That means we are the major producers of milk. Right now, we can export the dairy product to the world. And those days are not far. With your wholehearted support, India is of course gaining to the topmost positions of the economy. And I believe strongly that young Indian will participate in such a way, and India will achieve that much success in the coming years. Of course, alone we cannot do, and we must keep our country united for that perspective, for that prospect. I believe, I have a faith with young people of India that they will definitely make to India to the pinnacle of the success. And of course, मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. We strongly believe and we have a faith in our mind, in our heart, that we'll achieve the topmost position in every aspect of our life one day. And that day is not far. Bye. जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम. जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम.